All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I do have to shout out the live stream. Hold on. Let me go ahead and do that. I wonder what the market has in store for us today. So I'm watching at CPOP, HTOO, and GXAI. There was another one, yeah, TCTM. There was a cheaper stock that I had my eyes on too, but I think I'll leave that one off the list here. So there we go. As usual, I'll post this to the alert section as well as the YouTube live stream. All right. So CPOP, I think I'll start off with this one here. It's currently up 246%, 9 million shares of volume. We got a high point of 850. And so far we have been pulling back. We have lows all the way at 440. We'd love to see the red to green on this stock. 383 to 200 EMA, if it's to continue to go lower. Which, and if it sells off, I will not be watching at it. I prefer to trade stocks that are uptrending. Looking at the daily chart, not seeing anything in particular. Let's see here. Let's double check. Perhaps 1090. Maybe 1090 as a level. And then 1170. Well, that was quite the sneeze. IFBD hitting the scans from yesterday. What did I say? 1090 and then 1170. I gotta try and start these videos the live stream a little earlier. But, geez, man. Duty calls. There's the alarm for screen recording, which I'll go ahead and do right now because yesterday somehow we forgot. Let's see. Okay, looks good. Yeah, I do want to check out IFBD. So we got 1170 and then I think potentially 22, but I'm not going to mark 22. If it gets all the way there, that would be great. That's CPOP. Let me just take a quick look at IFBD to see if it's looking good. If it is, I'll save it on my recents. Are we making a new high? Yeah, we are. I'll put it in here just so it's on my recents. That way, if the stock that we're watching at today sells off, I can always switch over to this one and then go from there. So HTOO, the next stock. This one is also up 245%. 45 million shares of volume. This thing has been moving. We got a high of 476 here in pre-market. And it's looking pretty decent. We've pulled back into the VWAP where we've found support earlier around 343. These are levels I want to map out. Just to remind myself, if we pull back into those levels during the open. So, what levels can we expect here? What daily levels? So we pushed over 98. We have 441. Now, we do have 76 for the highs, but I think I'll map out 41. Just in case. Now we have been seeing a lot of strength in the small cap stock, so it might just rip right through, but you know, just in case. Other than that, I think room to 660 and then 720. 660 and 720 on a daily chart. Time, we got 3 minutes 35 seconds to go. So I'll quickly look at the third stock here that I have, which is GXAI. GXAI is up 333% with 24 million shares of volume. So, just a few weeks ago, we had stocks that were up 50%, 70%, 80%. That's a little bit more normal. And even when it's slow, I think there was a month ago, we had like stocks just up 20, 30%. This just shows you how inflated things are right now. And it definitely lets us know that we're still in a hot market for these small cap stocks. High of 170, low of 88. Seems like a recent IPO, is it? Well, no, not so recent. Let's see. We broke over one, which is good. We're holding up that level. 160, the next target. 160. 113, which we're kind of at, but 160. 160 and then 240. This seems like a reverse split. Like how my TD charting is looking. All-time highs on this stock as a 2-minute warning is coming up. All-time highs going back to, what is this, February of last year? 515. 515. All right, and that'll do it. A little speedy here, a little quick. BMR also. I'm going to put this one in here just in case. BMR. Oh, it doesn't look that good, actually. I probably should have left it off. Yeah, it doesn't look that good. Anyhow, that's okay. I think HTOO into the open, I'll watch, and then I'll go from there. So, as usual, let's remember our disclaimer. Let's remember that day trading is risky business. So, keep in mind that if you're not consistently doing well in the markets, guys, it's best to use a small share size or a paper trading account to practice. Do not go guns a-blazing. If you're not consistently hitting your marks, it means that you're having a rough patch, a rough time, or a hard time, right? So let's do the responsible thing and protect our accounts as we go through the learning curve. Other than that, remember the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. Copy trading me is the quickest way to lose all your money. One, the YouTube live stream has a delay. This is not even a live stream. It's like a 5-second delay live stream. So I call it, let's just say it's a delayed stream, right? I guess that's the better way to phrase it. And the trades in this style of trading, this strategy, are so quick that trying to copy me is just foolishness. That's just to be blunt and honest. And so it doesn't make any sense to do. Lastly is remember, I do not invest for my subscribers. So be careful of fake accounts and impersonators, right? People pretending to be me. I will never message you first, and I will never ask for personal information or money. So stay safe, be careful, do not get scammed. And let's see what HTOO does here today. I should have held it because it's just going. 15. Oh, GXAI halting up. Oh my goodness. It's kind of having a hard time. Oh, can we bounce? We will. It's a good bounce. Can we continue? Perhaps not. I do want to protect these gains, so I'm going to size down a little bit. as I continue to try. Can I bounce again? Not quite. This one is a little tricky with those big drops randomly like that. Can we get a halt up on CPOP? Quick $100 on that one. GXAI is halted up. HTOO is holding up $4 for now. High of the current candle is 36. A little too soon there. CPOP false halt. I gotta be careful because this thing is, you know, I'm watching a few of them at the same time. It's always tricky. It's always a lot of risk. So will we hold up $4 again, or will it break down this time? There's 05. 01. Can we bounce? Maybe not. I'll try again if I see green. No green. 80. Titanic to the depths. It might bounce here. Getting in. Tight stop. 80. 81. CPOP is back up a little bit to 31, but GXAI halted up. Resumption will be at 35.25. We got about 3 minutes. Will we get over 4 here? This could be good. Or perhaps not. Tight stops here for me. Let me bring down my chime because I know that sound might be pretty annoying for some people, including myself. Good move for CPOP. It's back up here, but it's a little spready and it seems thin. So for me, only 1,000 shares. CPOP until I can get a good read on what's really going on with this stock. Gonna buy the ask right there. Not great. 70. Can we push through this time? It's definitely a little tricky. Break 5. No break of 5. Okay, I'm losing money on CPOP. It's moving up, but a little tricky. What's the other one? GXAI. I think I'm going to focus my attention there. CPOP from 470 all the way to 510, and I'm red 120. There's 540. It's just going. Maybe if I can get a good dip. I'll trade this one off screen. The resumption on the other one is coming up. There's 550. Can we get a good dip? What is a good dip? I don't know, but I'll try to trust the price action as best as I can. 70 for the halt up. $35.25. We got 20 seconds. It's dipping. I'll take that. Can we bounce? 70. Oh my gosh. Well, we're at 700 on that one. It's not great. So here we go. There's a resumption. I should have just waited, man. This is struggling too. Did a temp 33, 31, 30, 30, 30. 37 fill. Oh my goodness. Why are they doing me like that today? That other stock evaporated, man. A good looking dip at 5. And then I bought like 480. It just kept dropping to 420. Sometimes there's nothing you can do but take the loss. 150, there's sellers, there's 55, not bad. Hopefully this has a little bit more range on the next resumption. That wasn't super clean for me. So CPOP halting down. The resumption could be good for the bounce. We did have a small bounce, but this could provide a better opportunity for a bounce, and hopefully I can make back some of this $700 loss here. Again, going up, like, just, it felt thin, so I'm in and out quickly. The spreads are on the bids are opening up, going down. So I'm back out. It's like I'm getting chopped out. Made $100, lost it here, went red 120. Buying the dip here at 5, not working. And then also buying the dip around 480, thinking this would hold. And it went all the way. Look at this. So if I'd held this trade, I'd be stuck in here at 390 if I wasn't willing to cut my loss. Look at how much this just, this is what we call to the depths. It's like I would think there should have been a bounce somewhere, but what I think and what will happen sometimes are two very different things. Come on, come on, come on. 16, 10, 99. Oh my gosh. 88. What's up with this one? Is it a good dip though? Perhaps. But the spread is too mad. It's too crazy. For stock at this price especially. Might have been a good dip though. Back at 206. Time. GXAI is at 41.29. This one is 41.48. 41.29 GXAI and 41.48 CPOP. They're pretty close. There's a small seller here. Let's see how this does. There's 83.76. All switching away from this. BMR. Lighter volume. Not happy with that $700 loss because, we had a good start to the day. The dip just looked so decent and just... Sometimes you get blazed. TCTM. I don't know about this one, but HTOO also selling off. Definitely a huge difference between today and Monday. Monday is like nothing was selling off, right? Today we're seeing stock selling off. So we got a little over a minute for GXAI. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. We have about 700 people watching on right now. Can we get up there to 400 likes? Be sure to hit that thumbs up, support the channel. We do appreciate it. As you guys know, we're trading in a live account here at TD Ameritrade. No tricks, no gimmicks. We are the most transparent trader in the world here. And as you guys can see in the up left-hand corner, right, connected real-time data, and even the last 4 digits of my TD Ameritrade account number. Yes, we're that transparent. So hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer. Let's see what GXAI does here at 155. We will not hesitate, and I will prep. I want to prep size, but I don't have the space. I'll do 2,800. I got a couple seconds. We're at 155. It's showing sideways. Couple seconds to go. Here we go. What the brother? What is that? Oh, it's no, it's not even on screen. Oh shoot. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose here. I'm in a trade. It's greed. I'm selling for a winning trade. I'm selling for a winning trade by like 4 cents, and it teleports down on me. Well, it's gonna be one of those kind of days, and we're basically flat on the day after being up 1,000. So I gotta size down and be careful. Resumption on the other stock is coming up. Or is it 10 minutes? It looks like it's 10 minutes. My goodness. From hero to zero. Just like that. So as we know, the risk is real. Yeah, not what so there's a 20,000 share bid or something close to that once we resume at 55. So I'm like I didn't see a ton of selling, so I'm like I'm just gonna jump in. We start to see 62 or so, or close to it, like 60. And there's green, so I'm like I'm just gonna take it into the move. I got a higher fill it looks like right here too. Because what was that low? Like 53? I'm selling into the move up at 60, and all I see is 41 halting down. All good. All good. If it's a kind of day where we just gotta like try to get a little green and then be out of here, then so be it. I'm not gonna fight against this tide that we're seeing here. We're getting some headwind. But this dip could be a good dip for this stock. We still have to see CPOP resumption, which could provide a bounce opportunity. It's showing maybe sideways, but I'm seeing 370 and 350 for CPOP. 46, 47, 36, 48. So we should get this one first. Hopefully we get a sweet bounce. If not, to the depths I go. I accept the risk. Always. So we got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Guys, let's keep it professional. Let's keep it classy in the Discord, please. Or I will time you guys out till next Friday and give you a nice week off. So let's see, we got 389. 389 for the lows here, and about a minute and some change. Actually, they're at the same time. Is my math right? Yeah, I think they're at the same time, basically. 46, 47, 46, 48. Not great. They're going to resume at the same time, so you have to choose whichever one you want to watch at here. GXAI is the stronger stock right now, I think. But I'm thinking we should get a bounce out of this one. Decisions, decisions. Do I go for the extended dip, or do I go for maybe like a shorter pullback and then bounce? What I don't like with GXAI is that the hot levels are tight and it's cheaper, right? This other one might have more range, which could give me a better opportunity potentially. Well, we'll see. It's showing 319, 375 now. What will it be? CPOP. All right, that's gonna pay off. Can we go? Can we go through 4? Come on. Struggling. The other one looks like it might be 10 minutes. Could try again here. That was a great fill. Can we keep going? Our gamble is going to pay off. Although the other one didn't even resume, so. That's good, that's good, that's good. We got back to green here. The high was 40. We might need to see a pullback, or maybe not. Come on. The bids jump up. I think it's going to go for 40. The bids evaporate. There's 40, then it's back to 28. It's a mess. $18? 18. The bids were not at 18 right there. Come on. I bought the bids. The bids were at 12. I'll wait. The resumption on the other stock should be 51.47. That was a good dip. This might just do a red to green if it holds up above 4. It might go all the way back to 5, potentially. But we gotta get up 50 and hold above 50 here. Or at least over time. I'm gonna prep size in case it gets above 50. We gotta dominate. And hopefully it doesn't blaze me with the bids dropping down, because that could happen. And then we're right back to red 700. We got less than about a minute to that resumption. The other stock, about a minute. CPOP. What will it be? Watching, waiting. Waiting patiently here, patiently waiting. High or low for me, high or low. Will we break 50 at the high of the bear flag and continue to $5? Actually, there's still a little bit more time, so I think now there's probably about a minute for that resumption on the other one. My math is kind of off, trying to watch it, both of them. Guys, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, support the channel, right? Consider subscribing as well if you're new. Right now I'm watching ticker symbol CPOP, either for a pullback entry or an entry at the height of bear flag. on 50. If I'm in low, my stop is tight. If I'm in high, my stop is tight. The risk will always be the tight stops for me here. So I'm in here a little high at 8. What was that, 8 or 10? It's lingering. It's lingering. I want the immediate bounce. So I'm already out even though it's not coming down. I can always get back in. Okay, it looks like it might hold high. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna miss this trade here. I'm out too soon. That's a sweet bounce, all the way to 40. Right up close to the resistance. Ooh, I'm gonna sell too soon on GXAI. Forgot about it. It's a good bounce. CPOP though. 50 is the key level here. Do I want to get in before? I might. There's a seller here though. It depends on how much volume we see. So I missed the dip, so I'm watching the breakout. That was a perfect entry, but you know, I wanted to see it like move up a little quicker versus where I'm in. And I think maybe I was worried about the risk a little too much. Come on, come on. If it tries again, I'll get in. Somebody's selling a good amount. We should have went. That was good buying. It can still go though. In which case I'll be ready with size. But it's still not going through. The good news is that it's not selling off aggressively, or at least not yet, so it's still in range to try again. Maybe the third time will be the charm. I'd love to see a higher low on this dip. That could be a good sign of strength. Higher low versus the pullback, not necessarily the last candle. $31 is kind of high. I don't love this entry, but yeah, it's kind of high. Matt, we're on a bear flag right now, right? This is a bear flag, and there's a zone here. 50 for the highs, $4 for the low, for the time being at least. Let's see how long this continues. This zone can provide entries, right? Getting in lower with tight risks. And right here, it's made a low of 22, so we didn't quite retest the lows of this area, which could be good. Which would be a higher low versus the lows. So if we end up holding high here, like around 20, can we curl back to 50? And so, whilst there's really and truly, when it comes to the bigger picture pattern, you know, the high of the flag, the low of the flag, you know, for how we are hyper scalping, we're in and out, you know, many times within this area as the stock is continuing throughout the range. This is a bit of an in-between area though, but if it tells me, if it looks like it's holding, I could be backing in this area here with a tight stop. But it's coming down. We had 10. This is high compared to 4, but can we bounce? If not, I'll be out. 8. Come on, make up your mind. 4.95. Can we hold 4 or rather 90? No, doesn't look like it. Or maybe, maybe, maybe. Let's see if it gets up to 30 on the ask. So then that right there goes into the breakdown and reclaim of what the support is, which is $4. We break below 4, but it doesn't really sell off aggressively, so I'm back in again. But the entries are at 412, 405 area is me trying to see if we're going to hold up above 4, right? I don't know, so I have to throw shares out there to see. And now it looks good if it gets over 50, but it is a little extended, so it might need to dip again. It depends on how strong it wants to be right here. Will it keep going? If I see big volume, I'll go in again. Tight stops. My stops are always going to be tight. I think being that we're seeing the market sentiment that we're seeing, I think it breaks 50 and it goes to 5. But that's not guaranteed, and I have to be reactive. As we know, sometimes what I think will happen and what happens is two different things. So I'm waiting here patiently. I think it's doing well, all things considered. 50 is the big level. Once we get through here, short sellers start to at least become a little concerned. Right now, they have their feet on the table and they're smoking a cigar. They feel good. The volume is not as high as it could be. That always makes it a little bit more tricky. $31, $33. If it goes above 50, I will be aggressive. And if it's a false breakout, I will lose aggressively. But if it goes, I'll do well, I think. It just kind of comes down to how it plays out. Oh, already seeing some trouble here. Can we get through 50? There's 46. What is it going to be? What is it going to be? 49. Doesn't look great, but still waiting here. Waiting. It's like a little thin as it comes up. Oh my gosh. I had blue light turned on. This orange light now is, wow. Wow. Jeez. 40, 42, 44, 48, 49, 49, 49, 45. Can we get through 50 and hold above 50? There's some buyers, but nothing. And I'm going to lose 10 cents. I'll wait. I'll wait. Waiting. Waiting patiently. There's some good buying right there. We bought up almost all the sellers, but of course there still might be hidden sellers. Still having a hard time. Still having a hard time. Big Steve, please, brother, please, please. My man, allow the pastor to do his thing, brother. All right. All right. Oh, that was pretty trash fill. It might need to dip more, perhaps. For some reason, we didn't get a good fill on that other entry, but can we break down a little bit? Is that enough? Perhaps. It's like a tight hold. Okay, that was a good fill. That was a good dip. I'm very late to that entry. Very late to that entry there. Ah, come on. Come on, brother. That was only a 10,000 share bid, but it looked good to go. We kind of missed that extra push at 80. The moment I look away, it increased my share size. Now y'all know to not call me at this time of day, man. There's 0% chance I'd ever answer a call. 0%, brother. So we got a false breakout here as we're up at the VWAP level. Do we need to dip again? Oh, okay. Come out of that a little early. $25. This one is not as smooth as the other ones were. It's showing, but then it's having trouble. Like it's showing here. Will we keep going though? Okay, good, good. Good, good, good. That's what we love to see, is that kind of pull away. But with all the hesitation earlier, I'm like, I'm not super sure if it's gonna go. But this is good. Now we're gonna get locked in here at 88. Will we get locked in? There's a few bids. The trade where we lost, we sized up and the spreads opened up quite a bit. Like I'm in at 504 or so if I had to guess my fill. 5,000 size, and all I see is like 77 on the bids. So that'll do it to you to give back a good amount. Let's check it. Let's see. Oh, I'm in at 09. Yeah, I'm in at 09, and there's 82. I saw 77. There's 82, 83. that this will definitely put you right back to flat with size like that. In this area, I was expecting it to just like teleport up. Not great timing. Not great timing there. So we've been up to 2 point something, like 2.8, and back down to 1.1, and flat on this beautiful stock. This is how risky day trading is, that you can even have great intuition as to what should happen. And a while back I mentioned, I think because of the market sentiment, we should see $5 again. That doesn't mean anything to guarantee you green, because we caught big trades over 50, but still, the risk is real, ladies and gentlemen. But on this resumption here is where I'm going to look to get green. If I don't get green here, then I have to consider this day, gone. But I'm going to try to get green here and just lock it in. If not, well, to the depths we go. So for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It's showing 6:15 resumption, 6:15. Over 30 again, I could have been back in, but the way how it was just chopping so much earlier, just wasn't sure if we're gonna get that big extension, because that's what we was like searching for throughout this entire push here, is that extra move up. We got back in at 27, but it wasn't opening up, so I'm back out, and then it rips up to 40 on the ass, 44, 45. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, support the channel. We got 700 people in the building, but only 156 likes. That is brutal. That is brutal. At this rate, we might have to just stream for the Discord only. John B. Cooper, the 1 Minute Trader, Hector. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Tisha, Perkins, hit that thumbs up. Salty, Dave, did I say Dave already? Lamel, Capro, the list goes on. Don Juan, good to see you. Carol, we appreciate it. Jack, we appreciate it. Amos, what's up, what's up? Jimmy's in the building. Okay, so resumption is coming up. Let's see, at 10, 30, so at 10 and 37 seconds. At 10 and 37 seconds. Whenever you use big size, you have to connect. And so the resumptions are always volatile, but I like the resumption trades. So I'll look forward to the opportunity here. Trap traders in the building as well. AB, what's up, what's up? Day trading, I tell you. Day trading, ladies and gentlemen. When I'm here, it feels like I'm in the NBA playoffs. We got a couple seconds. We're at 588. What will it be? It might be 10 minutes, but I'm keeping my eye. Yeah, it looks like it's 10 minutes. The pre-market high is at 850, but I have no idea how far we'll go. Maybe it goes up to 657 and then that's it. Maybe it goes more. Maybe it does less. It's always hard to tell. So we got another 5 minutes. And John, well, I guess if I was going to be in the NBA, I'd have to be pretty tall. That's true. But I guess that's like my favorite sport, so I kind of like make that comparison. But the way how I think about it is, let's say I had all the attributes and I was there, like I would have been, I would have been one of those guys that would have been looking forward to the moments, looking forward to having the ball in my hand in the last, 10 seconds of the game, to ice the game, to ice the game, just like we're gonna ice these trades coming up. You gotta have ice water flowing through your veins, nerves of steel, being cool, calm, and collected in the moment. And a lot of that is just due to the practice. The practice makes improvements, and the countless repetition that we're doing here every day, studying, reviewing, that it's to the point where if this stock gives a good move on this resumption, I know what to expect. If it does a false breakout, I also know what to expect. But I prefer to not have a big losing trade, which is important to say and mention because the risk is always, there 50-50. Even when a trade can look good, the risk is always still there, so you got to still be careful. BT, I appreciate it. An RT stream a day keeps the red days away. But shout out to the students. Shout out to the students in the community. Some of you guys are really like, developing very well. We know not everyone. It is hard. It's hard. It's risky business, right? So you got to be careful. HOLO, decent move up there. Is it halted up 50 perhaps? 140,000 shares of volume. So 1537 for 1537 for CPOP. $15.37. We got less than a minute. CPOP. We're currently at 588. It might be, it's showing 630, I think. It's showing 630. I'm seeing 530, but I think it'll be 620, 630. That's like looking more reasonable. We got a couple of seconds. Here we go. Not bad. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? No dip. No dip, brother. No dip. It's tricky. Very tricky. My gosh. It's something else here. It's a little tricky. I'm gonna size down a bit. I got a terrible fill at 88 right there. Despite deciding to sell before any sort of drop. Very similar to that last trade with big size. Good bounce. Can we continue? The bids are dropping out here. Despite green on the tape and us at a level looking to push. Very tricky. Low of 571. I don't know. I think it's backside. I'm going to stay away. I think it might be backside. HOLO on the other hand. Yeah, I think this one is done. HOLO on the other hand could be worth watching, but it's pretty expensive. That was a good resumption. That was a great resumption if, but you'd have to be very aggressive. There wasn't really a dip. If you're aggressive for the push up, if I was, in a better place, but there's just a little too much risk. I think I would have had to take like 675 maybe. We resumed. There was kind of like a small hesitation and then just straight up. Whenever you take the trade where there's no dip, the risk is always it could be a false breakout, and then you buy the very high, and then the dip comes, you're selling where you should have been buying, which is like pretty disastrous. But if there's no dip and it works and it's strong, then we can get an extra push. So from about 670 to 750, which was pretty good. HOLO 1847. Couple seconds. Is it 10 minutes? It seems like it's 10 minutes. This is a $50 stock. You got to really be careful with share size. 1,000 shares here is like a lot of shares. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. In fact, I think I should take my 1K. Really, is what my instinct is telling me. If this isn't great, the risk is so high because it's so expensive. Like this will be moving $5 a share probably. If you buy it like 52, you can see 48. Maybe you can see 57, right? The trade you take, there's really no room for error. You must 100% be accurate. CPOP, as quickly as they come, they can go. Go to the depths. It'll probably bounce though. The resumption more than likely will give a bounce. I'll be watching at the resumption, but disastrous. Also a good reason why you should never get married to a stock, right? You just don't know how high it could have went to 850, but you just don't know. It's showing 450 or 490, maybe 490. So HOLO will be at, what's the math? 23, 47. This one will be at 23.48. So we're going to resume at the same time. I prefer to watch CPOP, the dip. HOLO, that price range, man. I wouldn't go with more than 250 shares for now. If I see something I like, I could size up to 1,000 shares, but it'd be very risky. Is it 22? Did I do my math wrong? Oh yeah, 20. Oh yeah, it is 22. 22.40. Jeez, my brain is fried here. I have to literally count my fingers. 22.47. 48. 22.48. My brain, brother. So yeah, let's see how this does. I think we should get a good dip and bounce, hopefully. Tight risk, tight stops. 48. This is good. At least they're not resuming at the same time because it's always hard to have to choose. We got a couple of seconds here on my side. It's now showing $5. 98. To the depths. It's a pretty brutal fill. But yeah, to the depths it looks like. It's holding, it's holding. It's yeah, okay, it looks like it might be done. 5. We're not seeing anything printing. I'd love to see like 515. Oh, there's 510. Okay, it's decent, but that okay, 16. That volume there was like pretty slow. $3 share spread on this other one. Bro. I'm kind of on the sidelines here. The high of the current candle is 59.48. Sellers 57. The low is 52 or something. Yeah, HOLO is it's all right. I'd say it's all right. They're 63.28 for the halt up. It's a little tricky with the spreads though, but it is all right. It's all right. Not a bad stock. If you're using like 3K shares though, definitely you're aggressive, right? HOLO potentially halting up here at 63.28. Well, this looks like that'll do it for me here today. I'm gonna lock in my green. 600 bucks. I'll take. I can't lose that perspective. I feel like I should have been up like $6,000, but what you feel and what is two different things, and you got to be able to separate those realities. At least in this space, if you want to be able to do any sort of justice for yourself. So, the past store will be looking to ease off here the rest of the day, sizing down and potentially looking to walk away early. It's Friday. It's not a bad day to take the green and head out. But this thing's just a little tricky on CPOP for me in areas where I thought we should have, had somewhat of a tight risk. We took some big losses. So in that trade where I lost like 40 cents or that big size, I'm not expecting to lose more than 15 cents max. But sometimes the bids will drop out on you and you got to make a decision. And for me, that decision is to always sell because at that moment in time, the stock is doing something which is inherently, you know, weak, right? If it's weak and it's not in alignment and for what the stock has been showing and what it should do, I don't want to hold that type of trade because it's a going against the strategy and it's also not in my best interest because in that case the stock curled up, but when it doesn't, it's pretty brutal, right? Before you know it, you're in with big size and you're going down to Davy Jones' locker. Save is going insane, brother. The big size, 3K shares, 5K size, HOLO. Running out of buying power. Some of these traders are aggressive, man, I will say. Here I am thinking of 250 shares max. There's someone else using 2,500 shares on the same stock. Different appetite for risk. So, how far will this one go, right? Let's check the daily chart. Before the big sell-off, we had 98, 99, 100. I mean, it's kind of in that territory, right? It's in that territory where it's inching up versus these prior levels. So, I mean, who knows? HOLO, CPOP, it seems like those are the top two. CPOP, of course, pulling back. HOLO taking over. APLT. It's not a bad time to talk about this next team house meetup that we're doing. So I think it's a good time. Let's see the resumption, or maybe after the resumption. 26:31:04. So there's about a minute to go. Okay, I will wait after resumption. We're doing another day trading team house meetup. We'll talk about it here in a sec. I think I'm done for the day. Maybe I take a trade or two on HOLO, but I think I'm done. Couple seconds. We're at 63. What will it be? It's showing 70. So maybe it's a 10-minute halt, perhaps. It looks like it's a 10-minute halt. CPOP is pushing up a little bit, but somewhat in no man's land. If it gets to like 60, 70, I'd be interested. But I think down here it's like the chances of bigger drops might be a little bit more likely. Could be wrong. There's 60, there's 70. I'll take a couple of trades if we hold. All right, not bad, not bad at all. Uh, uh, will it go all the way over 6? No, no, it definitely will not. It'll dip like nobody's business. I got a good bounce trade there though. From about 85 to 520, like very, very quickly. Those are the drops you gotta like not get caught in. You get caught in not being too aggressive buying because even 55 looked good for the dip. And it just wipes out another 25 cents. Now it's back at 564. I think at highs I was up maybe like 1600, if I think 17. There's 84 again. I don't know. Do we trust it here? So 3604 for resumption. If it comes down a little more, I'll take the dip here. CPOP. That's a high fill. Can we see the bounce? Can we see the bounce? Can we see the bounce, bounce, bounce? Okay, we'll see the bounce. We'll make a little something there. I should have had 48 fill. I bought pretty early. 50 is going to hold this time. But in a situation like that, if it keeps flushing down to 25, I know what to expect, right? It's not a surprise. Low right there is 37. This is the first time this week I didn't get anything out of a stock. I'm not happy with that. It's almost like that resumption, man. I always wonder if I'm more green if I take that trade because I could still see that there's an entry. The entry's just super aggressive, right? I think that's the deciding factor there for me. It's like because I've missed so much of the opportunity, I know if I take that trade and it is a false breakout, there's just too much risk. And it's not really a bad thing, but it does suck to see the trade go up another 60, 70, 80 cents, right? Because if I have some sort of green and I buy the highest point and I take a huge loss, at least I go back to flat rather than, the whole goal is to kind of not be red. Not everybody will look at it that way. For me, I think if you don't lose money, it's kind of really good. 36. Let's switch to the other one. 36. Account preservation, right? Account preservation. $36.04. We got a couple seconds here. We're showing we're at 63.28. What will it be? 64. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip, dip, dip? Can we get a rip, rip, rip? I sold it a little too soon. See, the volume there was taking forever. 69, the halt levels up is going to be extended. 59, halting down just like that. This trade here, I needed to hold a second longer. It's actually a losing trade, which is kind of crazy. Good entry. The bounce taking a little longer than I would want. It needs to be instant. Are these trades usually are immediate? But we could have made a good $2 a share. Maybe if we gotten like 67. Pretty close. The moment we decided to sell is the moment the volume came and it went up. So we're in there for what, 3 seconds? But anyhow, I think this is a good time to talk about the day trading team house meetup that we're gonna do here. And this is on pretty short notice. I will say it's on pretty short notice. But for anybody who is a gold member, right, in the classes, you're gonna be entered into a raffle for a chance to win a free trip here to New York City, right? Doesn't matter where you are. You'll be entered into the raffle, and if you are available between the dates, and we're saying that this ends on the 25th, but the actual dates are between the 1st to the 5th, right? If you are available between that time, we are going to a day trading slash just investing seminar, and this time it's by a group called Clover Trading. So if you are a gold member in the classes, your name will be entered automatically. Of course, we did something very similar at the end of last year, November, for Vegas. We attended back then Traders for a Cause, which is a day trading and short selling seminar. You can just label it as like investing and trading seminar, and it was a great time. And this time we're looking forward to having another awesome experience. The lucky winner will also be touring the New York Stock Exchange with us, and you'll get the chance to see guys like Stephen Duck. Hold up. Before I even say this guy's name, let me make sure to say myself. You'll be hanging out with the pastor himself. Marcelo, Crispy Trades, right? All the guys right here in the chat room. And then there will be some keynote speakers, right? Stephen Ducks. I believe there's this like famous guy also named like Jack Kellogg who might be speaking as well. So, the purpose of these seminars are for us to go and to be inspired. Ultimately what we're doing here is good, but there's no such thing as too much knowledge, too much information. We need to be inspired again, we need to be encouraged. And so it's going to be a good time, right? And also touring the exchange. We're going to be doing a ton of other stuff too, but touring the exchange is never bad. That in itself is an amazing experience. So of course your flight will be free, and it depends, right? It depends on who wins, right? Maybe someone right in the area here could win, right? Who knows? But yeah, your flight will be free. Whatever flight it is, it will be free. Doesn't matter. Or let's say your travel, right? We'll reimburse you for the plane ticket. Your stay at our location, our Airbnb, will be free. So just good luck is all I could say, right? The last time we did it, Spartan in our Discord actually. His name is, well, I'll keep his name out of it just in case, but yeah, Spartan in our Discord, he won, and he was living in is it Is it Atlanta? Georgia. Jeez, Georgia, right? Florida or Georgia? I think Georgia. Yeah. So Spartan, we flew him out, and he enjoyed his time at the place with us. So it'll be a great experience, right? The the two most expensive parts of traveling is usually your flight and your hotels, and we will take care of that. So the trip will be from Friday, right? From Friday. Hold on. Let me come here to my calendar. Thursday rather. Excuse me. Thursday the 29th. Thursday the 29th. At the end of this month. So it's a little on short notice, right? We had some logistics issues behind the scenes, but we worked things out. All of our members were able to make the trip, which was the important part. But yeah, from the 29th, Thursday, from Thursday the 29th, up until the 5th, Tuesday, right? That one extra day is always good for flights and stuff. But yeah, we wanted to do a full week, but again, there's a lot of logistic stuff behind the scenes with the team, and because you guys know people will have different businesses, different things that they're taking care of in their hometown, and so sometimes they can't be away for super long. But yeah, we're gonna get something in, which is all that matters. So from Thursday the 29th of February to the 5th of March. So hopefully you guys are available. I know it's short notice. We do apologize for that. The next one, for sure, we're gonna let you guys know a full month in advance. But yeah, whoever wins, it'll be a great experience. We do have some traders in the UK. It'll be cool to see somebody from the UK actually. There's a few of them, John, MR, right? There's a few people overseas who would be amazing to have them to come. So, we'll see. Good luck. Good luck. Really, good luck, right? Am I on single screen? Okay, I am. So good luck to the students. Again, only the gold members, right? Only the gold members will be entered into the raffle. But yeah, it should be fun. And shout out to the guys over at Guardian. I gotta give these guys a call today just to catch up a little bit. Uh, they'll be helping us out and getting us onto the floor. So shout out to Guardian Trading. They're also a broker that I have here. Um, I use behind the scenes. Great guys, though. Great guys, right? Great guys, great people. And this is the point of even these seminars is that you can network, right? You can network. At the last seminar, I met Humble Trader. The guy beat a story that does all the big trading interviews. Like like we'll do interviews with him. Like we have contact with him. Like we'll do an interviews with him. Like all the entire team house will do an interview with him at some point in the future. You know, logistics is the only thing, right? You got to work out schedules and these things, but all that stuff will happen. It doesn't have a choice. Um, so networking around the community, meeting all these awesome people, very great people, uh, traders for a cause. We were the majority of long bias traders. The entire room was short sellers. Can you imagine, right? The entire room was short sellers. NNOX. NNOX is moving up. I might be interested in this one. It seems a little thick, which could be a good thing. What was yesterday's high? 1270. 96. I'd want to see more volume, and we are a little extended here, so I'd be careful of a pullback. But Yeah, the last trip was pretty. The last trip was, I mean, amazing. Really, the last trip was amazing. I have no doubt this trip will be great as well. But I mean, it's just, hanging out with the guys there that are trading is always a good time, man. Crispy Trades is like 20 minutes away from me. The last time we went out to a hockey game, a great time. And that's the thing with the chat room is that, we understand it's first and foremost the risk, right? It is the internet. So we never want to jump and rush anything. But, over time, if you can, it starts with those small study groups, right? That's how everything starts. The small study groups, HOLO resumption there, right? Before you know it, you're kind of like networking in a sense, right? Every day you're coming together for a few minutes, you're studying, you're reviewing trades. Before you know it, you say, hey, you know what, guys, let's do a video call here in the next study group. Before you know it, you're doing a video call, and it's like you're building a bit of a connection. Before you know it, you take it slow. You might exchange information, and before you know it, a couple of people are getting you know, getting a drink, or meeting up for an in-person study session, or whatever it might be. And that's what basically happened for us in this day trading team house thing that we do. Just from getting on a Discord, hopping in the calls, you kind of video call with some people. Before you know it, you're sharing screens, and it's like, oh wow, this person is a legit real trader. They're actually doing it as well. And the good thing with the Discord is that, you know it acts as if it's a FaceTime, a audio call, like a phone call, right? So you don't even need to like get out of the Discord in a sense when it comes to like that information, right? It can be done right there. You can share your screen, go over trades. So that's the beauty of the community in the chat room. This is where it all started, meeting guys like Marcelo, Crispy, Save, Tim. You hear everyone's story. Some people will say, hey, I used to be a part of the humble trading community, but I kind of didn't really love everything, maybe the style or something, and then they kind of look for a different community, right? Same thing with a guy like Tim Sykes, WT. Um, some people will kind of say, hey, you know what? It's not a perfect fit. It's not the match I want. So they come across our community, they like it, right? Some people don't, and that's okay too. Whatever works for the individual. So shout out to the chat room, man. Shout out to the MMU students. It's been an incredible journey to this point, and we're gonna do bigger and better things coming soon. We're of course gonna host our own seminars at some point. I mean, why not, right? That stuff isn't that bad to do. There's some seminars. We saw SMB Capital had a seminar in California. They did a nice 1 day seminar. You just have to have a little bit of structure, maybe some catering. You get a decent venue. If anybody's ever done like event planning, you'll know that it isn't too bad to do these things. Some of you guys will know that I used to do events actually in Brooklyn, New York. 400 plus people. Craziness. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm not gonna talk the people's ears off. I'm gonna get out of here. So once again, guys, take a look at the links down below for MMU. The Clover trading event is up next. New York City. I'm already here, so I can't say here I come. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm here so much, I would have preferred to be going somewhere else. But New York is a great city. It's always a good time. There's some nice places to check out and have dinner. So, we'll definitely be at some of the top restaurants. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, take care, stay safe, stay green. Final P&L on the day. $830. I'm not super I'm not I'm like I'm not super excited about it, but I'm grateful for it. I do think I should have been up around like 4 or 5 grand if I connected properly. But we know day trading is hard, day trading is risky, so I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna smile throughout the entire weekend because it's been a great week. It's been a great month. It's been a great start to the year. So I encourage everyone here to have the same positive attitude. And even if you were red this week, even if you were red today, it's not the end of the world. The main thing is for us to keep progressing over time. Ultimately, even a week like this is just a drop in the bucket when it comes to the grand scheme of things and our long-term discipline and our longevity in the markets. You become a consistent trader for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. What is a week like this? Nothing. So the aim should always be for us to look forward and to look forward to being a better version of ourselves. So even if you had a hard time, even if you struggled, even if you broke rules, can you see yourself 6 months from now, a year from now, 2, 3 years from now in a similar situation like this week, doing better? That is the key. Can you do better in a similar situation? Because the market has its way of throwing the same problem in your face over and over again. It's up to you, the individual, to rise up mentally and say, hey, you know what? I can slay my inner demons and I can stand tall and I can be disciplined and I can manage risk. And so look forward to yourself being in this same situation again, because you will be in this same situation again. And when you are, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to choose the side of righteousness and doing what's right always and being disciplined? Or are you going to succumb to the pressure and break the rules? Only you, the trader, have the power, right? So stay disciplined out there. Stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader, your favorite YouTuber when it comes to the day trading scene. And I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy the weekend. I gotta go to this car dealership because I need a part. I need a car part. You guys know I'm driving a pretty sweet car, but sometimes you gotta do some maintenance. So I gotta do some maintenance. This HOLO is curling up a little bit. But I'm not interested in this price range. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green. Catch you guys next time. Have a good one.